I've been wanting to tell this story. Hold on. I've been wanting to tell this story for a while now. The story is about my dad. It's about like the story gonna be about how our relationship was, how he died and stuff. So me and my dad, we had a complicated relationship because he was doing, I'm gonna say this, he was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. And he was always in jail. When he was out of jail, I see him sometimes. And then it was like my dad, he was addicted to girls. So he never had just one girlfriend. He always had one, two, three. I don't know how many girlfriends he had at one time. He never had one girlfriend at one time. My dad was a dragger. He drags. But anyway, me and my dad, I was like, when my dad died, I was 10. And I was trying to get close to my dad. I love my dad. My dad was everything to me. Like, I swear, he had got out of the jail, and then I was like trying to get close to him. But I knew he just got out of jail. He had stuff to do, stuff to fix around us. Anyway, y'all. Uh, my dad, he was just like, he was everything to me. Like, every moment me and him got a chance to spend together, I took that chance because I love my dad. I remember, oh night I was over one of his girlfriend's house. I ain't gonna say her name because that's too much information. But I was with my dad. I went to her house and I was there and I was with my dad. And I wound up spending the night. And the next day, he took me to get a fish tank and a blue fish. I remember the color of the fish and everything, even though my baby died. I love that fish so much. But yeah. So after that, I had one home. It was fun at her house. Her son was nice. She was nice. Her family was nice. And then like a month later or so, it was a month. It was like a month later or two, a month or two later. And then I was ready to go back over there because I had one home. And then I was ready to go back over there. And then so his girlfriend and her son came to my mama's house and picked me up. And I remember because me and her son was fussing about who was sitting in the front seat because he was older than me and I was younger than him. And I was like, no, I want to sit in the front seat. So he let me sit in the front seat and he got in the back seat. And then she was nice. She was cool. Like, so she took me to our house. And she was ready to do my hair, because at the time I didn't know how to do my own hair, but now I got rubber anymore, y'all. But she was ready to do my hair for me. Mind you, I was like 10. I was like 10. All that I had to do myself was a ponytail. Whatever. But so we got to our house, she was doing my hair, and then my mama called. My mama called my dad first girlfriend, not the first girlfriend. And then it was like I know what my mama said on the phone. All I know is the girl, my former girlfriend, she stopped doing my hair and ran out her house. And I was like, I was confused. Like, you was just doing my hair, you just stopped doing my hair, run out your house. No, that's not how it worked. And then that's when my mama called me and was like, I already come pick you up. So I was like, I already knew what the situation was because the situation happened before and it kept happening over and over and over again. So I knew what the situation was. But she told my mama pick me up. She picked me up. She sent me to my grandma's house. She sent me to my mama's house, which is my grandma, which is my dad's mom. And when I walked in there, and I saw so many people in there. So I was like, what is going on? So I was like, it was my cousins on one side, my other cousins on one side. I got a whole lot of cousins. So it was like cousins everywhere downstairs. And then I go upstairs in my mama's room, I see my aunts, I see my uncle. It's just a whole lot of people up there, and I was like, what is going on? So they was like, sit down. My mama told me sit down, and my aunt told me sit down, and both of them was holding my hands, and they was like, your dad got shot, and they don't know if you're gonna make it. And I look at my mama, and she laying there crying, and I was like, I was in shock, like I was gonna cry. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't do no, like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say or nothing. And I just put my head down, and that's I know I was crying. And then me, my mom, and my stepdad had drove to a hospital. We had drove to a hospital. My mama rode in the backseat with me, and my mom and my stepdad was driving, and we all went to the hospital. Everybody met up at the hospital. We met up at John Hopkins Hospital, and next thing you know, we was in shock trauma, and at the time I was 10, so I couldn't like go up there and see him. You gotta be over 13 to go up there and see them or whatever. So it was like I was sitting in the waiting room. And all I know is my uncle, he was upstairs, and my aunt and them was upstairs, my grandma, and all of them. My mother, she stayed downstairs with me because I couldn't go up there. And I said, no, they told me like he didn't make it. They couldn't save him. And I said, I bust out in tears. Everything was just like, everything was over. Like, everything was just over. And then, I don't know, my uncle, he came from upstairs. He was just wilding out. He was going crazy. But I understand. That's hard. Like, I understand my dad was just a star. He was doing what he had to do. But, oh wow, stuff happened. But I knew he wasn't going to make it because he been getting shot a lot. They keep saving him. They save him. I remember one time he got shot, and he was at John Hopkins. They took him to John Hopkins again, and he had a tube down his throat. And my mom had to like help him with the tube part and stuff. I remember all of that. My mom, I believe that if my mom and my dad was in a real relationship, they would have made it out. But I mean, at the time they both was dragging, so it don't matter. But after all that, it was like everything was just crazy. And then that was my first time. That was the first time I ever been to a funeral. I had on a white dress and some silver sandals, and I walked there I rode in a limo with my grandmother, my uncle, my aunts, and my aunts. And when we got to the funeral home, it was me and my grandma, then my aunt and my uncle. Wait, my uncle wasn't there. I don't think my uncle got to go to the funeral. I don't remember that part. But it was my aunt and somebody else, and then my other aunt and somebody else. But it was me and my grandmother in the front. And then at the funeral was nice. My mom, my mom and my dad had like a hard past or whatever. They loved each other. I know they loved each other. Everybody don't love each other, but I know my mom and my dad loved each other. That's how I feel. I don't know how they really feel, but I'm not them. But my dad, my mom, she spoke and stuff. It's like, but the thing is, when I was at the funeral, I did not cry. I didn't cry till after the funeral. After the funeral, at his repast, I was like, it don't seem real. Like, it didn't seem real. So I just bust out in tears, and I didn't know what to do. Like, I stayed with my grandma because I was like, I don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. Like, everything was so confusing me. It was just like everything was so hard, and understandable. It wasn't understandable. It was like it was all complicated. I didn't know what to do. My baby brother, he was still a baby. So he didn't understand what he was doing. Like he didn't understand what was going on. My younger sister, she was my younger sister. She was old enough. She was old enough to know what was going on. She was like, my younger sister was like 6. She understood. She was like 6 or 7. She understood what was going on. It was like the whole film just full of people, and I never been nothing like that before. It was just like it was crazy, and it was like wow, because I was looking forward to me and my dad getting to know each other some more, and having fun with my dad, and like it was all crazy because all this stuff just happened out of nowhere. So I was like, when he told me, I was like, what? Like, what? What's going on? Like, what is going on? But I knew out of my gut something was going to happen because the night that my dad dropped me off home, he asked me to go upstairs to get my stepdad. And I went upstairs and I got my stepdad, and then, because I was in an apartment at the time. So I went up there, I got my stepdad, and then it wound up being me, my mom, and my stepdad going back downstairs to talk to my dad. And my dad asked my stepdad, did he have a gun? Or I guess my dad was in some type of beef. I guess he was in some type of beef or whatever. And it was just like, the next day, this girl came to pick me up, and she was doing my hair. She got a phone call. Then I got a phone call, and then went to my grandma's house. Everything was just crazy. And the bad thing about it, you can't even trust your mans no more. Because the same niggas that be hanging around you is the same niggas that going behind your back and trying to get you killed or kill you. And it's crazy. You can't even trust your own niggas no more. Like, you used to can trust your homeboys and this and that. Because you can't even trust your mans no more. Because the same niggas that's watching you, they want to be all in your face. They want to meet your family. They want to do this. They want to do that with you. The same niggas that will kill you, and the same niggas that will try to get you killed or hurt you or something. Like, it's crazy. Like, still to this day, when I go outside, I see people and they be like, oh, ain't you, but you doing that, and I be like, yeah, like, cause that's my dad. I'm not going to say that cause somebody got him killed or somebody that he know killed him. Like, you can't, it's crazy. The man who killed my dad was my man friend, and that's crazy because it was over something little. Like, you niggas down over something that's little, or something that's not even serious. It was like, I remember because I was at school one time. I used to go to school downtown. I went to a girls' school. I remember I told y'all. And I was walking to the library. It was me and a girl, Dana. That girl Dana, I used to call her my best friend. But so we was walking to the library, and it was this man. I was across the street, and he was on that other side across the street. And he was standing by the pole, but I knew he was looking at me. I saw him looking at me. And then she was like, she was like, why he looking at you like that? And I was like, I don't know. So then me and her crossed the street because we was going to the library. And then he stopped me and was like, ain't you butcher? I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, you so big? I was like, yeah, thank you. And then I kept walking. And then he just kept looking at me. And I just kept walking. Like, people, they ask me, they be like, oh, ain't you butcher daughter? Oh, you look just like him or whatever. Just because that's my dad. Oh, well, I don't care. I know my dad did some wrong stuff. I know he did some wrong stuff. I know what he was doing. I'm not stupid. But at the end of the day, the way he died, I wouldn't expect it to die. People just killing people and forgetting that they got kids and all that and all this and all that. That stuff was hard for me growing up because I ain't had no dad in my life. Yeah, I had my stepdad, but it's nothing like having your real father or your real mother. It's like, it's different. It's like a different feeling. It's like, I wanted a bond with him, and I couldn't even have no bond with him because niggas want to be childish and just do them, and that's not right. It's not right. Like, you gotta, like, when you ready to kill somebody, you gotta think, like, how would you feel if somebody do this to me and I got kids and this, that, and the third? What you gonna be thinking? You gonna be like, oh, just kill me? No, that's not how you gonna think. Like, everything is complicated. Like, you can't even walk up the house door without somebody staring you up and down. Like, everything is just like, it's hard now. Like, nothing is the same. I feel as though, like, ever since that day, I feel as though I can't trust people. I always watch my back, and that's just how it is. Like, I can't never trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. I don't care. I don't trust nobody. I always watch my back. Every time when I'm walking down the street, I always look behind me. I keep looking behind me. I don't care. I'm on the bus, I look behind me. I look for my surroundings. I look for everything. Because you cannot trust people. And then it's sad that you can't trust people in your own city. That's crazy. And I feel as though I shouldn't have to feel like that. Like everything is crazy. Everything is like, I feel as though everything happened for a reason. But the way that it happened, it shouldn't be that way. It should be a whole nother way. I don't believe that anybody should die by getting shot. I don't believe that. Because that's not how God put you on this earth. That's not how he put you on this earth. And he didn't put you on this earth to die. But the crazy thing about it is, like I told y'all, me and my dad never had a strong bond. Me and my dad wasn't like this. Me and my mom wasn't like this. Me and my mom not like this. Me and my dad wasn't like this. And it's like, I love my dad. Like, that's my dad. Like, I love my dad. Like, so when I found out, I was like, what? Like, I was like, what? Like, what is going on? Like, it was just like, it was all crazy to me. Like, it was just like, and then when I found out who killed my dad, I was in school. I wasn't going to the all girls school anymore. I found out who killed my dad. And I was like, what? And then it was like, no. Like, it was like, my mom, she texted me, she was like, Trina, I found out who killed your dad. And I was just leaving school, and my mom texted me, like, Trina, I found out who killed your dad. And she sent me a picture of him. I wish I had the picture. I don't have the picture. But she showed me a picture of him. She sent it to my phone. And I was like, what? And then something, I don't know if my mom or someone else, somebody told me, they was like, the person who killed your dad spoke to your grandmother the day before he killed him. Like, that's some fake, phony stuff. Like, I don't, like, what? What was your point of speaking to my mama if you're going to kill her to the nigga's dad? Like, I don't have no respect for that at all. Like, at all, period. I don't have no respect for that. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Like, I don't bring nobody to my mom's house no more. Like, I started thinking and stuff. I don't bring nobody to my mom's house no more. I don't trust nobody. I don't care. And every time I talk to somebody, definitely my brother, I told my brothers, like, cause I got all fake brothers. So I told them, I was like, don't trust your homeboys. You cannot trust your homeboys. Like, you cannot trust nobody. You can say that, oh, they're your man, they're the same niggas who will kill you, will get you killed. Don't trust them. Like, don't trust me. If I wasn't, some niggas, they grew out of Pampers together. And still would try to kill each other. You can't trust nobody. I don't care what the situation is, you can't trust them. And that's just how it is. Like, you can't trust nobody. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what it is. Like, that's just what it is. It's just like, this world, this city is crazy. It's just crazy. And it's like, I wish it could have been better. Like, I wish, like, to this day, I wish my dad was still here. I wake up looking at my dad obituary, like, that hurt me a lot. You know, that was 5 years ago. My dad died in 2015, and I just turned 15. And it's crazy. Like, I wake up and I be crying to this eventually because it hurt me. Like, I wish he was here. Like, I wish he was still here, so I could do things with my dad. My dad couldn't watch me. My dad couldn't even watch me go to graduation because so much stuff happened, and it's crazy. Like, I wish he was here for that stuff. When I go to prom and stuff, I'm not gonna have my dad. Like, my dad is not gonna be here. He's not here. And that stuff hurt me a lot because, like, I just wish he was here, like, to see me do stuff. I feel as though if he was here, the way my life is now, it wouldn't be this way. I feel as though it might have been a little bit better because the way I live my life, I ain't gonna say I live my life bad, but I'm saying, like, if my dad was here, I wouldn't be living like this. The way, ain't nothing will be like this. Like, a lot of stuff I wish I hadn't done, I probably wouldn't have done if my dad was here because my dad, I remember one night I was laying in my dad's girlfriend's bed. And he came in the house and man was talking. I was texting somebody. I was sitting on the floor texting somebody. And he was laying on the bed and he was like, oh, who you texting? I was like, nobody. I'm playing around and stuff. And then he told me to get on the bed. So I sat on the bed and he was talking to me. He was like, Trent, you can't trust these boys. You can't trust them. And I was like, yeah, I know, or whatever. But I was young, so I didn't know what I was talking about. But he was like, Trent, you can't trust these boys. They will hurt you and stuff. Like, he was telling me, I think that's what telling his daughter. He was like, boys only want one thing from you and stuff. Like, he was telling me, like, everything. That's what I was saying. If he was still here, I feel as though the things that I did wouldn't have happened because he would teach me right from wrong. And I wish it was that way because if he was here, I wouldn't do the stuff that I used to do and stuff. It's like everything is just crazy and I just wish he was here because I wish all this life stuff, it's crazy. Everything is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, if he was here, I wouldn't have done none of the stuff that I done. Like I said, everything happens. Everybody's not perfect. But I feel as though if my dad was here, I wouldn't do the stuff that I do or the stuff that I did before. Because I know he wouldn't, like, allow that kind of stuff. Like, it was just hard. But y'all, it's just a long story. It's just too much stuff to explain. I would rather my dad be in jail than him be dead. I remember I was living on Laurel. My mom and the rest of my family and stuff. And he will call me, like, from jail. He was like, what you doing and stuff. Like, he asked me how I'm doing and stuff. Like, I would rather have them times than have him dead. But it's all crazy. But I understand everything happened for a reason. So, it is what it is. Everything not perfect. And it's just crazy. Because I wish he was here so I could make some changes. Like, I will make changes for myself. But yeah, so yeah, y'all, like, ooh, hold on. Alright, y'all. So that's all I'm gonna tell y'all right now about my dad because I don't understand. I keep breaking it down, so I don't want to keep breaking it down. So I'm gonna end the video soon. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel and stuff. And I was ending this video. I love y'all. And I hope y'all be safe. I really do.